I believe the chakra system is a metaphysical tool that you can use to organize information relating to your body and relating to your flaws and relating to how you operate in life. You know, the seven chakras, it starts at the root with survival, then it moves up to the pelvis with pleasure, then it moves up to the stomach with willpower, then the heart, which is love, and then the throat chakra, which is truth, and then the third eye chakra, which is insight, and then the final chakra at the crown of the head is cosmic awareness. If you are aligned in all of those qualities and stuff, you are a fully actualized, fully realized person. You are basically an avatar. You know, when you can do what you want to do with respect to the flow of the cosmos, you're basically a walking god. You know, that was like the lesson of all of those stories, all of those shows. You know, anybody can do it, and you just have to be aware of those qualities within yourself. Like, ugh. You know, like, you have to be aware of those qualities and within yourself and what would block those qualities. You know, things like fear, things like guilt, things like shame, you know, that will block those qualities of those chakras and stuff. It's not necessarily that actual energy that we can measure pools in the body at those 7 points. You know, I don't think science has gotten to the point where we can notice those energies, because those are very subtle connections and stuff. They relate to consciousness, and science is very confused about the nature of consciousness. Like for example, if you're cosmically aware, that means you're aware of all of the suffering of all the living things on this planet and any other possible planet. Like, when you have insight, you are aware of your boundless inner world. You have a functional infinity that can scarcely be expressed in the digital infinity that is language and stuff. When you're speaking your truth, you can go off on a tangent or a tear. You know, you can really just speak your mind, and you speak your truth with this force that you can rely on. Like, it's almost like when you get deep into your practice of meditation, when you quiet your default mode network, you don't necessarily need like your inner monologue narrating and ruminating on your life anymore. You can just speak your truth. You know, when you have your love, when you feel compassion for all suffering beings, like when you have your willpower, when you have the strength to actually act on your desires and stuff, when you have pleasure, when you feel good, and when you're surviving, you know, it's like those are your 7 chakras. And it's good to be aligned with them, because when you're out of alignment, when you're telling lies, when you're deluded into thinking we're all separate, that's how people can control you. That's how people can do bad things to you. That's when bad shit happens. And the thing is, it's like, I was kind of born with my third eye open. My dad says that I was born looking at him in the eyes and stuff. So I consider that a metaphor of having been born with my third eye open, because, you know, most babies, they're born when their eyes are closed and stuff. They start crying and stuff. I stayed woke. You know, I stayed woke. And, you know, I'm 30 years old. It's pretty good. I'm getting really good sleep. I'm just going on my morning walk, and, you know, that's it.